guys, so again, welcome. This is Sir Hil Bansuela Jr., your grade 10 guru. Again, this is from SDOQC, Ira High School. Okay? So, muli po, paalala po mula po sa ating kagawaran ng edukasyon or DepEd, always wash your hands with soap and water. Okay? Kung nasa loob lang naman tayo ng bahay guys, mas mabisa pa rin yung paghuhugas ng kamay gamit ang sabon at tubig compare to synthetic one, those sanitizers and alcohol, no? Best pa rin yung uh, paghuhugas ng kamay. And kung hindi maiwasan at kailangan nating lumabas, always wear our mask for our protection and for the protection of others pa rin. Again, this is Sir Hil Bansuela Jr. So let's talk about our lesson goals for today. Alright, so our lesson goals for number 1, okay, so we are going to generate the general rule in the given sequence. For number 2, we're going to, so after this lesson, no, you are able to realize how rules in general, even in life, guides us, no, in everything, no. We always follow a certain norm, and those are rules, no? So kahit sa ating everyday living, we follow certain rule, and that's what are we going to talk about today, but in terms of mathematics. So again, this is under generating patterns, so let's find the general rule. So our first example, supposing I have 1/3, 1/5, and 1/7. So, if you could notice guys, the numerator part is no problem at all, no? So, kung makikita natin, ang mga numerator natin, pare-pareho lang na 1. So, basically, what we expect, halimbawa lang guys na tinanong tayo, what would be the next term, no? We can easily say that the next term would be 1 over x. And this particular x is our problem, which is on the denominator part. Okay? So, dyan tayo magpo-focus. And one more thing guys, we all know that 1 is equal to 1 over 1. So, therefore, our first term denominator is 1 as well. Alright? So, anong muna natin gagawin dito guys? So, basically, ano muna tayo, no? Tingnan natin, scan natin yung given kapag nasa sequence tayo. Tingnan natin maigi. So, katulad nung nakita natin kanina, no? Pare-pareho na yung numerator. So, wala na tayong problema sa numerator. So, ang focus na lang natin yung denominator part o yung nandito sa ilalim, no? So, for our solution, so, kailangan nating tingnan yung denominator. Okay? Ayan. At meron silang common difference na 2. Wait, Sir Hil. Ano ba yung common difference? Hindi kita maintindihan, Sir Hil. Okay, so let's talk about it. But first, our first move is to make a table of values. So, I'm pretty sure you are very familiar with the table of values. Simula pa ng grade 7 tayo at saka grade 8, no? Nagamit natin yan until grade 9 when we talk about the second degree function or quadratic function with your respective mathematics teacher here in New Era High School. Alright, so again, the table of values consists of two sets of values, set of x and set of y. We all know that set of x are the replacement sets and set of y are the dependent values. So bakit siya sinabing dependent values? Because the value of y depends on the values of x. After we substitute the value of x to the rule or to the formula that we can get out of this sequence. Okay? Okay. So, let's proceed. So, we have 4 elements or we have 4 terms on the first exercise. So, again, we're going to focus on the denominator, guys. Alright? So, our first term, second term, third term, and fourth term. Wait, Sir Hill. My question, bakit po we leave one particular box blank? Ayan, that's the technique here, guys, no? So, of course, bago natin isulat yung 1, there is a 0. So, therefore, in this particular case, we're going to get the 0th term, and that is the key here to get the rule. Alright, we have to get the 0th term. Alright, now, after putting all the values of x, no, to be replaced later on doon sa ating makukuhang rule or formula, we are now ready to plug in all the elements that we have on the given. Of course, on the first term, the first denominator is equal to 1. Again, 1 is always equal to 1 over 1. So, it has a denominator 1 and a numerator 1. Okay, our second term, again, focusing on the denominator pa din. So, our second term is 3. Our third term is 5. And our fourth term is 7. Now, after we plug in all the following terms, we are now ready to examine each terms on y on a right towards to the left position, no? Or pointing to the left tayo. And we are going to subtract. Alright? So, let's see. 7 minus 5, it gives us 2. Then, susubukan natin if that is also true between 5 and 3. So, 5 minus 3, again, that gives us 2 pa rin. Then, let's test that to the second and to the first element, which is 3 and 1. So, 3 minus 1, that is equal to 2. Now, at this juncture, guys, pwede na nating i-consider that the difference between the 0th term and the first term is also 2. Ayan. Now, Sir Hill, paano natin makukuha yung 0th term? Very good question. Okay. Eyes on this. Okay. Our last term here is 7. If we're going to subtract that to the common difference, by the way, guys, we call these numbers which are common to all as a common difference. Why difference? Because our operation a while ago is subtraction. So the answer in subtraction is difference. That's why we call it common difference. And common difference is a big word in discussing sequence, especially the arithmetic sequence. No, we're going to deal with that later. Alright? Okay, so 7 minus 2, going back, we will get the next element, 5, on the left. Again, we are pointing to the left. Then, let's do the same. So, 5 minus 2, again, we subtract the third element to the common difference 2. Then, again, we will get the element on the left of 5, which is 3. Then, 3 minus 2, that is equal to 1. So, basically, that's what are we going to do to get the 0th term. Alright? So, 1 minus 2, it will gives us negative 1. And therefore, that is our 0th term. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Ito na yun, guys. Okay. So, itong ating common difference, guys, will play a role of the slope of the line, M, and our 0th term will play the role of the y-intercept, B. Sir, why? Okay. Every time that we get the common difference on a first level, di ba? First level, nung sinubtract natin from the rightmost towards to the first element nung given natin, automatic, we get the common difference right away, no? That's what I mean when I say first level. If that would be the case, so every time na ganito yung mangyayari, guys, we are certain that this particular set of numbers is under linear function. So when I say linear function or linear equation, I Ibig sabihin nito guys, we are under first degree equation din, no? Ayan. So, first degree equation or first degree function. Okay, so take note that when we talk about linear function, we mean also first degree equation. So, bakit first degree equation ang tawag sa kanya? Because the highest degree in terms of x is 1 and the graph of the function is aligned. That's why it is called a linear function. And if we could recall our lesson during our grade 7 and grade 8, we've across the topic called the slope-intercept form. Alright? Okay, slope-intercept form. Okay, or y form. Okay, and this is written in this format. So y is equal to the slope of the line, of course, your mx, then plus your y-intercept, which is our pattern to get the rule in this scenario. So again, sabi ko nga sa inyo guys kanina, the common difference will play the role of m. So therefore, we are going to plug in the value of m after we get the difference, no? Alright, so in this case, we have 2. And our y-intercept is negative 1. So, yung plus dito, guys, hindi siya palaging plus, no? Depende yan sa value ng makukuha natin sa ating zero term. So, kung yung zero term natin, guys, ay negative, automatic, this will turn into minus. Okay? Alright. So, yun. So, let me get another board here, guys. Just to, I'm sorry. So, just to explain more further, no? So, again, yung ating equation should be written in the form of y equals to mx plus b. So, from the table of values that we have, the slope of the line there, or the common difference, is 2. And our y-intercept, or the zero term, after we get the common difference 2, is negative 1. So, yun yung technique dito, guys. So, we simply plug in m as 2, and we plug in negative 1 to b. And that is the rule, or the formula, that is happening on the denominator. Now, going back on the problem, so what we have there is 1, 1/3, 1/5, 1/7, etc. So, therefore, we expect that the rule in this problem is a fraction. So, automatic our numerator is equal to 1. And the result after plugging in 2 to m, negative 1 to b, will be put here at the denominator part. So, we are now ready to plug in. So, let's see. So, therefore, we have y equals to, our m is 2. So, we have 2x. Then, our y-intercept is negative 1. So, we have to simply plug in that there. So, therefore, our denominator is 2x minus 1. And this is the rule out of the sequence 1, 1/3, 1/5, 1/7, etc. So, let's check. Let's do the checking. Okay? So, let's do the checking. I-check natin, guys. Okay? So, again, we're just going to focus on the denominator, guys, since we know that the numerator is always 1 na, no? Okay. So, what we have here is 2x plus 1. So, our replacement sets are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So, using that, so using 2x minus 1, so replacing x by 0, so we have 2 times 0 minus 1, which is equal to negative 1. And that is our y-intercept, basically, no? On our table. So again, replacing x by 1, then minus 1. So we will arrive at 2 times 1 is 2, then minus 1, which is equal to 1. So which is the first element in the given sequence. So again, let's continue. Replacing x by 2, so we have 2 times 2 minus 1. So 2 times 2, that is equal to 4 minus 1, which is equal to 3. And that is the second element. So the second denominator. Remember guys that 1 is always equal to 1 over 1. That's why we have 1 here. Okay? So yun. Yun yung focus natin, denominator guys, no? Then 2 times 3, then minus 1. Again, 2 times 3, that is equal to 6. Then minus 1, which is equal to 5. And that is the third denominator rather. Then finally, 2 times 4 minus 1. So 2 times 4, that is equal to 8. Then minus 1, which is equal to 7. And that would be the fourth denominator. So therefore, we can say that this sequence is under the rule of y equals 1 over 2x minus 1. Okay? So I hope naintindihan natin yan guys. Ganun lang siya. Ganun lang siya kadali at ganun lang siya kasimple. Alright? So, let's proceed on the next item. So I hope you have no questions na. So punta tayo sa ating second exercise. Okay, so if you could notice guys, hindi na pare-pareho yung numerator natin. So meron na tayong gagawin dyan, no? And dito sa denominator din natin, hindi rin pare-pareho. So may gagawin tayo, bukod, no? So gagawin natin sila ng bukod muna for a while, then we are going to combine. Okay, so gagawa tayo ng dalawang table of values here. Okay, so 1, 4, 1, 3, 5, 7, and the other one is 2, 4, 6, 8. So let's do that here. Okay. Alright, so let's divide this into 6. Alright. Oops. Let's do the same here for the denominator. Alright, so let's divide the rectangle into 2, then divide this into 3. Alright, so ganyan. Okay. Alright, so we are now ready to write all the given here. Again, the zeroth term, the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. This is on the numerator part, and this is on the denominator part. So the same, x value, y, 0 term, so 1, first term, second, third, and fourth. So on the numerator part, the first element is 1, the second element is 3, the third element is 5, and the fourth element is 7. On the denominator part naman guys, ang first term natin ay 2, ang second term natin ay 4, ang third term natin ay 6, and the fourth element is 8. So the same thing that we've just done on the first exercise. So we subtract from right towards to the left, no? So 7 minus 5, that is equal to 2. Actually, yung numerator natin guys, exactly yun yung ginawa natin kanina. So hindi ko na siya masyadong explain pa. So we know that this is negative 1. So therefore, the rule on the numerator in this set of numbers is 2x minus 1. So, ang kulang na lang natin guys ay yung nandito sa denominator part, which yun yung gagawin natin. So, again, basically, we subtract 8 minus 6. Again, that is equal to 2. So, 6 minus 4, that is equal to 2. 4 minus 2, that is equal to 2. And of course, the difference from the first towards to the 0 term is 2. So 2 minus 2, that is equal to 0. So therefore, the 0 term is 0. So, what does it mean? The rule behind the denominator is 2x. Alright? So remember guys that our basis is the slope-intercept form y is equal to mx plus b. And since your y-intercept b is 0, so we are not going to write plus 0 anymore. So what is left is mx. And we know that the common difference 2 will play the role of the slope of the line. That's why we arrived at 2x. So therefore, the denominator here is 2x. Okay? And this is our rule in this example or exercise. So therefore, 1/2, 3/4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. in this sequence is under the rule of y equals 2x minus 1 all over 2x. Okay? So, the checking will be done by you. So, kayo na guys, bahala mag-check, no? Again, to check, isa-isahin natin. Dun muna tayo sa numerator, then check naman natin yung denominator. Okay? So, basically, ganyan yung gagawin natin. Alright? Any questions? I hope naintindihan natin, guys. So, last exercise natin, guys. Supposing I have 2, 5, 8, 11, no? So, yung first term natin, second, third, and fourth. So, dito na tayo gumawa ng table, guys. Ayan. Of course, we have x and y. So, take note, guys, that your x values are the replacement sets, no? Okay, so we have to get the zeroth term. Alright, what is the zeroth term? Ayan. So, yun yung kukunin natin. Okay. So, let's do that. So, you have x, y, so 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, the first element is 2, followed by 5, 8, and 11. Then again, let's subtract from right to left. So, 11 minus 8, that is equal to 3. So, 8 minus 5, that is equal to 3 as well. So, 5 minus 2, that is equal to 3. So, therefore, it is safe to say that the difference between the first element and the zeroth term is also 3. And we know that if we subtract 2 and the common difference 3, we will get our zeroth term or the y-intercept in this rule. So, 2 minus 3 is negative 1. And using the pattern or the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, we simply plug in the common difference, which is our m or the slope, and our zeroth term, which play the role of the y-intercept to this formula. So, let's plug in. So, therefore, we will arrive at y equals, your m is 3, then followed by x, and your y-intercept, guys, is negative 1, so minus 1. And this is the rule that we are looking for. So, it's very easy, guys. So, ganyan lang siya kadali on a first degree. Sir, question. Lagi bang merong common difference at the first level? Palagi ba yan? No. Sometimes on the second level. Kapag nasa second level tayo, guys, nakakuha ng common difference, then we are certain that that particular set of numbers is not a linear function but a quadratic function or on the second degree function. Okay? So, yun. Sir Hill, lagi ba talagang may common difference? Hindi. Diba? Kaya nga, kanina sabi ko sa inyo, ang first na operation na gagamitin natin, magsusubtract tayo. and yung second magdi-divide. So therefore, hindi lagi tayong may common difference kasi pwede pala tayong mag-divide. Ngayon, question Sir Hill. Ano nang tawag kapag nag-divide na kami? Ayan. So, pag-aaralan natin yan sa mga susunod nating pagkikita. Okay? So, I hope naintindihan natin to guys. And I guess, ready na tayo. So, it's your turn guys. So, I want you to get your scratch paper. Kuha tayo, pen and paper na tayo guys, no? So, pagsanayan natin itong mga given na ito. Ayan. So, direction. So, let's find the rule of each sequence below. For number 1, we have 5, 9, 13, 17. So, what is the rule behind this set of numbers? For number 2, we have 5, 10, 15, 20. For number 3, we have 3, 6, 9, and 12. And for number 4, we have 1 half, 1 fourth, 1 6, and 1 8. So, bibigyan ko kayo guys ng 15 minutes to finish this. Now, please pause the video. So, after 10 minutes lang guys kasi sobrang dali lang pala nito, no? So, I will give you 10 minutes to finish this exercise. So, please pause the video for 10 minutes bago nyo i-play ulit for the keto corrections. And your 10 minutes guys is gone. So, let's see if your answers are correct. So, here are the key answer for this set of exercise. So for number 1, we have y equals to 4x plus 1. For number 2, we have y equals to 5x. For number 3, we have y equals to 3x. And for number 4, we have y equals to 1 half x. Again, that was fun, no? Sobrang fun. So let's do it again sometime. So guys, mag-ingat tayo palagi. At maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.